I was going to tell us just a little bit about maximizing our space, right? That's what it's all about when it comes to our suitcases.
Yes.
And also your back. You got to make sure that when you're walking through Lambert, you got to make sure that you're standing correctly.
You want to stay healthy.
Absolutely. So what are the tips that people can be using when it comes to going on our trips and making sure that our back stays right?
Well, we want to be very careful about overpacking our suitcases. So take advantage of that. Any of the toiletries you might have at your destination, not packing your suitcase over 30 pounds. So make a good list. Just pack the things that you actually need, not to think all those things we think we need.
Absolutely. So what are some of those things? Because we all know it's only about 50 pounds you can get.
Yes.
I have a trip coming up, and it's like, man, like how am I going to fit this into 50 pounds? Should I even go to the 50-pound limit, or should I just drop it down just a little bit?
We want to drop it down. If you can do more than one suitcase at a time, that would be far more beneficial for you, because when you get to those higher weights, when you're trying to lift and so forth, it becomes really, dangerous and a little more painful for your back and so forth.
Okay. So what techniques should we be using when we're trying to get our, luggage off the conveyor belt when it comes to, what's some of those good techniques we need?
Well, you want to make sure that when you take the suitcase, you want to take it and you want to hold it close to your body whenever you're doing anything with it. So when you're putting it in that overhead, hold it close to you. When you're taking it off the conveyor, don't just grab it with one arm and just try to do the big yank thing that we all do.
Gotcha.
Try to get a couple hands on it to get it up and get it over.
Gotcha. So even with, folks with those 2 free bags at Southwest, it's best to take at least a half a bag, right?
Yes.
Instead of using that 2 free bags.
If you can get, one in the bag, and then, if you have your backpack, put a few things in there so you can put it underneath the seat. But just take advantage of, not feeling like you have to get everything in that one bag.
And long term, how beneficial is that?
It's very beneficial. All those stressors, they kind of build up and cause those aches and pains in your back. So when you're traveling, do some stretching. Do some stretching in your normal life anyway. It's far more beneficial for you.
Even vacationing?
Yes, sir. You might feel relaxed, but you got some stresses going on. You're sitting, you're sleeping in areas you're not used to sleeping on beds. So, you can get those muscles a little tight, and so getting stretched out is going to help you feel a lot better.
Absolutely. And does that, is there any specialties as well if it comes to, you going on a big vacation or you're just going for a one-day trip? So either way, just pack lightly.
Yeah, pack as light as you can. Like I said, just try to pack what you need, not what you actually might think you need. So that's going to be your best bet. And, if you can utilize, several clothes for different opportunities,
right.
1 pair of shoes versus 5, it's going to help you out.
And do people come into your office saying, hey, I got extreme back pain and don't even realize it is because of how much you're weighing when you go to the airport?
Oh, most definitely. People go in, they don't understand how much stress you put on your back, especially when you lift and twist. You try to lift, bring it up to you, and then turn and put it someplace, because you do that lift and twist and you're really putting a whole lot of stress through your lower back. And so they come in, we talk to them some, show them some stretches they can do, give them adjustments, and we can really help them out a whole lot.
And how people can get in contact with you as well?
Well, we're the Joint Chiropractic. We have 10 locations here in St. Louis, over 400 nationwide. You can Google us, and come on in. We're a walk-in style clinic, so you don't need an appointment. Just come in and we'll help you out.
That's even better. And is there any tips that people can be doing at home even before they come in? Of course, we want them to come in, but is there anything that, just from day to day that they could be doing actually so they can make sure their back stays good?
The best thing people can do is just increasing their mobility. So, when we're spending that extra half an hour on the couch, get up, move around, take a walk outside, Google some very basic, stretches and mobility things for your back, and just, actually just stay moving. That's going to be the best thing that people can do for themselves. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And my Apple Watch keeps me moving, so that's,
it works
that
real
works
well.
as well. So I'm
Got
pretty
one
sure
too.
You got one too, right? So Fitbit works as well. So it kind of keeps us moving. And I want to ask you the question: how does these watches and keeps us better when it comes to our bones? Because every once in a while my watch tells me like to stand up and whatnot.
Well, that's that mobility aspect we were talking
Right.
about. So getting up and moving kind of resets yourself. It keeps you from getting into those slouch postures when
Right.
you're sitting too long at the desk. So, getting those up and moving around, because we just don't realize how sedentary we can be during the day when we get really involved in our tasks at work and so forth.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll have all this information available for you on fox2now.com and also in your Fox 2 Now app. Once again, we're getting our bags right as we go on vacation. Spring break coming up here on Fox 2 News in the Morning. We'll be right back.